closet is full yet you have nothing to wear, or that your wardrobe doesn't truly represent you? If you answered a yes, well, you're in the right place, because today I'm gonna help you build the wardrobe of your dreams on a budget. A good signature closet is a wardrobe that truly represents you and your style, fit with your lifestyle, and makes you feel confident. Who doesn't dream about that Pinterest wardrobe with all the perfect pieces that suits you? And even if you're on a budget like me, well, this is possible to achieve. You just need to keep in mind that this is a process. It's not gonna change overnight. You just need a plan and patience. I started building my dream wardrobe like more than a year ago, and I'm still building it. So you just need to trust the process, and one day you'll wake up with the perfect wardrobe. Today I'm breaking it down in simple steps so you can finally create a wardrobe that you love without overspending. Step 1 is the foundation. So before even starting shopping or looking for pieces, you really need to define your style and your aesthetic. There are so many styles and aesthetic out there that you really need to narrow it down to help you out. For example, I discovered that my style that I resonate the most is like a classic elegant vibe, but you can also be girly and feminine, or street style, or just chill vibe, vintage, and so on. You have to discover what you truly love wearing and that you feel the most confident in. So maybe start browsing Pinterest and just take a look at your homepage, because it already has in memory what you like and what you save. So start creating mood boards, inspiration boards to help you define your own aesthetic. You can also take a look at your current closet and pieces of clothing and see what you gravitate towards the most. Some questions you can ask yourself to help out is, what outfits make me feel the best? What colors, fits, or silhouettes do I tend to go for the most? And who are your style inspirations? Who are your favorite influencers, your favorite model, your favorite designers, things like that. And then when you have a good idea of what is the aesthetic that you like the most, well, create a specific board for it on Pinterest with multiple inspo images. And maybe you're gonna love multiple styles and aesthetic, and that's totally okay, but if that's the case, I would suggest to create multiple boards on Pinterest to not mix them up. And now, step 2, we are not shopping yet. It's time to define your color palette. Colors are super important because they can make or break how polished and cohesive your whole wardrobe looks. Wearing the right colors can make styling effortless and also make you feel more confident. And now I hear you say, well, how do I find my best colors? Well, first of all, of course, it just goes with what you like. I mean, if you like red, for example, well, go for it. I'm not here to tell you that you can't wear your favorite color, so wear what you love. Another way, if you have a little bit more budget, is to go get your color analysis done. I don't know if you saw videos or TikToks, but it was so popular at some point. I saw a lot of girls doing it. I did it personally last summer in New York City in a studio called Silk Lab. It was such a great experience. I ended up being a summer light profile, so this means that cool, light pastel colors suits me best. And I was actually very surprised, and it helped me a lot. So if you have the budget to do this with a professional, well, I highly recommend, because it was such a fun experience. The whole session lasted like an hour, and I had a lot of great advice. But if you do not have the budget to do this with a professional, you can still try to do it at home. First of all, try looking at your own features, like your face. Do you feel like you have more cool undertone, neutral, or warm? Take out some gold and silver jewelry and just compare them on your skin to see what suits you best. And you can also type color analysis on Pinterest and YouTube, and you will see a lot of things that will help you out, all the color wheels, and maybe even step-by-step tutorial to do this DIY at home. And then you can open your closet and just analyze your own wardrobe. Ask yourself what colors you feel the best in, or what colors you have the most in your closet. What pieces do you wear the most, or just tend to go towards this piece again and again? And also, what outfits do you get the most compliments in? I don't know for you, but the best feeling is when a complete stranger compliments my outfit. It's just like, my confidence is on the roof. And then when you have a good idea of the colors and the direction you want to go in, it's time to choose your color palette. First of all, choose your base colors, so neutrals that you will wear the most. I know a lot of people tend to go for black. I love white, I love beige, I love gray, but at the end of the day, on my side, the colors I wear the most are like white and beiges. Then you can choose accent colors, so pops of colors here and there that you will wear with your outfits, meaning that most of the pieces in your wardrobe should be in your base colors, and then from time to time you can pick other pieces from your accent colors. Or you can also go for a personal signature shades, meaning that all your wardrobe will be in your base colors, but you'll pick one shade that will really define your style. And it has to be that one color that you feel amazing in. So for example, it could be pink, and you can choose pieces in different shades of pink that will always be your signature pop of color. The number one mistake you can do is to go all over the place and not respect your color palette, because then you will have a hard time mix and matching and creating outfits with your pieces. A mistake I used to do in the past is to buy a piece because I didn't have like that color in my wardrobe, for example a green piece, and I would think like, oh yeah, I don't have green in my closet, so I should buy this piece to make things a little bit different and to have like multiple colors. But then what happens is, because I don't really love that color, well, I tend to not wear the piece and it just sits in my closet for nothing. Now my closet is mostly filled with like black, white, beige, and just like a little bit of gray, and I totally assume it. So sticking to your color palette once you have defined it will make it easier to mix and match all the pieces together and will make your wardrobe feel more intentional and expensive. And now, step 3, the fun part begins. It's time to declutter and assess your current wardrobe. So take everything out and don't cheat. Honestly, take everything out and dump it on your bed, and it will be time to sort them out Marie Kondo style. So define what pieces bring you joy. Then you will make 4 different piles. The first pile is keep, of course, so all the pieces that you love and that matches the aesthetic and style you want to go for. The second pile will be maybe, so these are pieces that you like but you don't really wear often and you need to ask yourself why. Third pile will be donate or sell, so the pieces that doesn't resonate with you and doesn't match with the signature closet you're trying to create. And the fourth pile will be clothes that you can tailor or repurpose. So these are clothes that you love and don't wear enough, but you know why you don't wear. So maybe it's gonna be a pair of pants that you don't wear because they're too long, or a blazer that just needs to be adjusted. So these are basically a keep pile, but with small adjustments to be made. To help you sort all the pieces in these different piles, you can ask yourself, does this piece match my new style direction? Would I buy this today? And does it fit well and make me feel confident? And the fun thing here is, if you have a lot of new or as new pieces in your donate and sell pile, you can easily sell them on platform like Poshmark, for example, and have extra budget to invest in your new style direction. And now step 4 is to create a shopping plan, starting by making a wish list of things you really want. Instead of impulse buying or just go to the shopping mall and buy pieces one by one like this, you have to make a list of the key pieces you want and that you need. So browse that Pinterest board that you created and see what key pieces are coming back a lot, and also identify the pieces that you really fell in love with. And then when your whole list is completed, it's time to set priorities, because this is the reality when you shop with a budget. I mean, if you have unlimited budget and have thousands of dollars, well, yes, you can totally have your dream wardrobe like this, but it was not my case, and I think it's not the case of a lot of you. So this is why you need to set priorities and buy the pieces one by one. The first pieces you should buy are versatile staples. For example, when I started building my dream wardrobe, I focused on basics. I didn't have a lot of high quality tops, t-shirt, long sleeve. I didn't have trousers, so I started with tailored pants and classic basic tops. And by focusing on key pieces like this at first, it will help you invest in more high quality pieces. Like in my case, I really wanted to get those basic at Aritzia because they were so sleek looking and high quality, but I know it's expensive, like a pair of pants is $150, so I started small. You can also look for budget-friendly alternative. Like, I also really love thrifting. If you have the patience for it and like thrifting, I mean, honestly, you can find so many gems there, so I highly recommend. You can also go outlet shopping, and like I mentioned just before, there are a lot of platforms like Poshmark where people sell their old clothes, and sometimes you can also find some gems there for really cheap. So if you really don't have like the budget, there are some budget friendly options out there. You just need a little bit more patience. And also I would try to avoid following trends just to follow trends, because I know I've been guilty of this a lot in the past. But now when you see a trend pass, ask yourself before buying anything, does this really resonate with my current style? Do I like it because I truly like it, or because everyone wears it? Is it a staple that I will be able to keep for a long time even when it's not trendy? Or is it just nice because right now everyone is wearing it and tomorrow it's gonna be ugly? You know what I mean? And now I'm hearing you ask, where can I shop? When you're on a budget, you need to shop smart. What I always do is shop during sales. I almost never buy a piece when it's full price. So look for online sale or in-store sales, but sales are your best friend. You can also browse on secondhand platforms like I mentioned before. We have Poshmark or Vinted, Depop, ThreadUp. These are all platforms where people sell their old clothes, and sometimes you can really have gems there for really cheap. You can also search on the internet to find stores that are affordable and match your style. For example, I do not have designer brands budget, but I do want to invest a little bit more on the pieces I own now because I want quality. So I often shop at Aritzia, Zara, Abercrombie, H&M, Uniqlo, and things like that. But nowadays there are so many stores that exist across the world on the internet, so I doubt you won't find anything accessible within your own budget. Once again, you just need patience and do your research. And my final recommendation to you is to really invest in quality instead of quantity, like I just mentioned. I was guilty before of always wanting more instead of focusing on quality because I wanted to follow all the trends and be cool. So instead of buying, for example, one coat at like $200 or $300 that would be good quality and that I could keep for a long time, I just bought like 5 coats that were $50 each and that I would just donate after like 2 years. So yeah, now I would rather have one coat that I invested in a little bit more and keep it for a long time. And the final step, step 5, is to build outfits, try things, and refine over time. You first need to practice outfit building. So what you can do if you are just starting out, like I did before, is to just browse your Pinterest board and then recreate the looks that you really love in there with things you own. And then you can just do a little fashion show with yourself. And when I say experiment and refine, I mean try styling a piece different ways to see how versatile it can be. See how different items can fit your lifestyle and situation depending on what you do for a living, your activities, and stuff like that. And also don't be afraid to go out of your comfort zone. I know it can be a little bit awkward at first, especially when your style is just something that's not conventional or that you maybe feel overdressed. I know I felt like that before because I love dressing up like super elegant and chic, but my office or my friends and family don't dress that way. So I always felt like a little bit out of place and overdressed wherever I was going. But at one point, life is too short to not wear the outfit you really want to wear. So just do you. I honestly just kind of got over it with time, and when I overdress, I always receive a ton of compliments from my colleagues or my friends because you stand out from the crowd, and this is what you want with your signature style. And my last little pro tip when you do create outfits and do your little own fashion show for yourself is to take selfies in the mirror of outfits you really love. First of all, this will help you to have like a visual help to see what patterns and like outfit combination you like the most, and it's also just nice to keep an outfit diary that you can recreate after. So at the end of the day, to build your dream wardrobe and signature closet, you only need 5 steps. Define your aesthetic, define your color palette, audit your wardrobe, shop smart, and then build and refine over time. A closet that truly reflects you takes time, but trust me, it's so worth it. Like I said, I've been building mine for the past year and I'm still not done, but I'm just enjoying the whole process. So once you have discovered what is your style and aesthetic, please let me know in the comments. I'm actually super curious, and please let me know also if you followed these other steps and if it helped you out. I just really want to know how you're doing, and also if you have questions, don't be shy. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you found it useful, please give it a thumbs up. It would mean so much, and maybe share it with a friend that would find it useful too. Make sure to subscribe to not miss my next video if you want more affordable fashion tips. I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye guys!